Hello and welcome to this GDSLAB tutorial 5.4.1 running a Dynamic Cyclic Traxial Test. This test simulates conditions such as earthquakes by applying rapid cyclic loads to a specimen. So first we need to select the Dynamic Cyclic Loading from the test module list. Then you'll see three set blocks. In the first set block is your triaxial control, so you can choose between axial displacement, axial load and axial stress. So for example, I'm going to select axial displacement and I'm going to set it to use an initial value, and I'm going to put the amplitude to 0.1 with a phase angle of 0 degrees. Typically phase angles will start at 0 or work their way through at 90-degree rates, so it could be 90, 180 and keep going until you reach the 360, which is obviously 0 again. So depending on where you want the wave to start, you can select there. Then the next block is cell pressure and cell volume, of which I'm going to keep at constant at 100, which is my initial value as well, so I'm going to select the initial value too. Then the third set block is about back pressure, and I'm going to set that to halt at 80 as well. Also, to achieve the same result, I can change the back volume directly by setting it to constant, but in my example I'm going to keep it how it is. Then we have the last set block, which is the dynamic control frequency and cycle setup, where we can define the behavior of the waveform during the test. So for my example, I'm going to set the frequency for cyclic loading, which will be at 0.1 Hz, meaning one cycle every 10 seconds. Then I'm going to determine the number of cycles for the test, which again can be 3 or 10 or whatever number you want. I'm going to put 3. And then you can do the last one, which is points per cycle for data acquisition, with 100 points being a typical setting for detailed data. So that's what I'm going to do as well. Then lastly, you have your optional test termination conditions, where, for example, you have a cycle strain limit that stops a test after a set strain percentage. You also have progressive strain limit, which stops after percentage strain is reached. And then lastly, you also have pore pressure buildup that stops a test when a specific pore pressure is reached. And you can use these however way you want, again, depending on the test that you're doing. But in my example, I'm going to leave these blank. So once we've done all of this, we can go ahead and click apply and then start the test. And once we're on the test screen, you need to make sure that your graphs are displaying the correct parameters, such as load and displacement, so you make sure you select them if they aren't already displaying what you need. And then you go ahead and press start, and then we can expect the test to run as we would expect. Anyway, that is the end of the video. This has been running a dynamic cyclic triaxial. Thank you.